Spring night in Iowa City. We would like to welcome the great musicians of the ORFF Club in Helen Lemme Elementary School. And it's my privilege and my honor to introduce Eliza Proctor, the principal of the school, and Diana Hawley, the creator of this whole club, and the real heroes here, the musicians that I'd rather have you complete the whole program with your music instead of talking. But I guess we have to do that so that our viewers would know who you are and why do you do what you do. Eliza?
Yeah, the ORFF Club has students from, well, a couple in third grade, and
yeah, we have fifth graders tonight.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth graders at Lemme, but these are our fifth graders. In the front, we have Molly, and Eli, Emerson, and Zuzu. We have Henry, Honora, Mackenzie, Kai, and Jacob. In back, we have Ruth, Ezra, and Lily with us tonight. And Diana Hawley is our music teacher at Lemme and runs ORFF Club. And we also have parents Paul Ressler and Brett Quinn with us tonight.
Great. Diana, can you tell us how the idea came about?
Sure. Well, I've done ORFF clubs in other buildings where I've taught before, but this is my second year at Lemme, and so we sort of started an ORFF club program.
You were in Burlock, right, before?
I was at Burlock before, yep. So, but it's something that I found students really responded to and enjoyed, so we started it up at Lemme. How many of you were in ORFF club last year? Did you raise your hand? So that was in the first bench. And who joined this year? Okay, so we have a lot of returning members, but essentially it's just kids who really like the challenge of kind of learning more difficult pieces and are willing to come in before school to do that. And this is a composed piece that they learn, but we also try to do like the student have a lot of choice in the matter. So we're going to be working on a pop tune or two in the coming couple of months. So we have fun sort of arranging things together. Maybe later someone can tell you about the TV score that we figured out together. So, yeah.
It's quite fascinating how they play. Could you tell me if they play without notes or just by practice?
Yeah, so generally in this approach you teach pieces by rote. So you try to choose music that's could be called elemental. So it's a lot of repetition, lots of little motives that are kind of easy to figure out and organize in your thinking. So as you learn this and put it all together, it's just different than learning a piece with like a lot of different chords. So especially in this case, like they are playing a unison melody, but you could, if you went back and analyzed it, you could hear the little chunks within it and notice when the repetition kicked in. So.
Is there any chance for improvisation? I mean,
definitely. That's a big part of the ORFF approach, is to learn something like this or learn probably a simpler piece.
Can we see a sample of this? Like somebody.
Oh man, okay. Well, I'm just thinking, so this piece
is ready for that.
Well, I'm thinking last year, everybody in here, we did a big project during the school day on the ice theme. Is there anybody in here who could, we learned a melody, and from that, they made their own compositions that were inspired by that. Does anybody in here remember your bard composition from the ice project last year? That might be, do you? Okay.
Our
remember the original.
You remember the original one? You remember the original. Ezra, do you remember yours?
Stranger Things.
Okay, would you like to play that for us?
Not really.
No, okay. Well,
Tell me why, Ezra, why you don't want to play.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. So I see her raising her hands. So
oh, Lily,
she's
do you
ready.
remember
Yeah.
yours too?
I
She
can do
improvised, right?
Your piece. These are kind of compositions we did last year.
I didn't
do
do
it.
Stranger Things. We could do Stranger Things.
I know, we don't have all this set up. I want to make sure that we're successful. We don't have the piano with us, but.
Yeah, we don't have. I could play.
I see them want to get out of the structure, you know, and this.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely certainly activities like in the music classroom that we do that's really improvisation oriented, but in ORFF Club, sometimes we just like pick out a really challenging piece and just have fun with that way. So, well, it might be an assignment for next time.
Yeah. You want to play something? Hmm?
Do you feel ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay. Do you enjoy this? I mean, anybody of you can jump in and answer this question. Do you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, it's a fun experience for all of us to do and have fun doing it.
Definitely, it really is. Just the joy of coming in here, just playing those bars. Basically, the music in your heart is coming out of you through the bars, and I just realized how cheesy this line is.
You are a very elegant man, by the way. Why don't you come as a host to this show?
He would
I'm
probably
about
love
to retire.
I would. I
You would?
really
He'd be
would.
great.
I'd just have that microphone and just be like, yo, what's up? Hello.
That would be very good. That would be good. And this would be improvisation too, right?
I mean, he has a YouTube
And let me move to the parents and see how, Brett, how do you feel about this?
It's very exciting. They gave a performance at the school gym a few months ago. All the parents were there. They had everyone's full attention. It was really powerful to hear them play their songs, especially the Stranger Things theme song. I really enjoyed that series, and to see it have a new life in the gym was pretty powerful. Yeah.
And Paul?
Yeah, this is a fun group. It's my daughter started in 4th grade when she didn't have any other options in music since we don't have a 4th grade orchestra anymore. So she started in ORFF and really enjoyed it. Last year they had a concert at the end of the season at the Cornwall Center for Performing Arts where there were other schools there. So that was really fun to see the difference in all of the schools, and Clear Creek Amana was there, and we had 2 or 3 schools from our district that were there. It was just fun to see everybody, different take on this.
Diana, what is the next step? What are you going to do?
As far as performances go, we're going to head over to Oak Knoll and perform for the residents there
Okay.
in May. And also, this year, the Music in the Village Festival you mentioned, it's getting so big, we're going to do it out at the Clear Creek Amana Auditorium this year with a few more schools. We have several teachers music teachers in Iowa City who have different kinds of ensembles, so they'll be there. And also our colleague Paul Corbier, who teaches in CCA, is really involved. So we'll do that there. Yeah, and then perhaps back at the school a time or two between now and the end of the year.
At Oak Knoll, there are a lot of musicians who are retired,
Yeah.
but each one of them has a legacy. Really, I mean, Dr. Kaplan, for instance, who is one of the top piano players maybe in the nation. And he's a physician, by the way. He's at Oak Knoll, and I'm sure that he will be delighted to have this group playing there.
I should make sure we send him a personal invitation that day.
Yeah. So now let me go back to you, Eliza. Yeah. Tell me about other activities that those kids are involved in. They look like good leaders.
They are great leaders. Within Lemme, some of them are involved in Girl Scouts. I know I've got a few Girl Scouts in here that did a big fundraiser last year to purchase a buddy bench for our building. And then within the school, just different leadership initiatives or different things that we're trying, I can always count on a majority, all of these kids and a majority of it, the rest of our student population to help with those things. One thing that we are looking forward to this spring is PTA is putting on a spring fundraiser to support our arts program. And so we are looking to purchasing some more ORFF instruments or replacing some of those that are very well loved. And I know when Diana wants to bring the whole ensemble together, we do have to borrow instruments from other schools. So we're hoping to build our library of instruments and add more things with that too.
So do all of these kids, they play several instruments then? Or
I know some. There's the Stranger Things piece they're talking about. I know Honora plays the piano on that piece. Does anyone else do music lessons outside? Zuzu, what do you play?
Trumpet.
Zuzu plays the trumpet. Eli?
I play the trombone.
Trombone. Kenzie?
The violin.
Cool.
Trombone.
Honora?
Piano and violin.
Wow.
Henry, what do you play?
Bruce?
I think, the coolest instrument, the cello.
Wow,
the cello.
that's, yeah.
Ezra?
That fits with your suit, you know.
He is the cellist. Ezra plays the bassoon. Kai, did you have your hand up?
Yeah,
I
I play both the French horn and the viola.
Viola and Jacob.
I play the piano, and I also play the much superior to all of these except for Zuzu's, the trumpet, because of the trumpet. Superior to all of theirs.
Because you and Zuzu both play the trumpet.
Yep.
And all of you that play the band or orchestra instruments, who takes lessons at school? Wonderful. So those, we also have the 5th and 6th graders are able to do orchestra or band or both. And so a lot of those students utilize those programs through the schools as well.
So you have a wonderful activity in the music part of department at Lemme School. That's very impressive. Tell me about other activities that you do at Lemme.
We do, student council is a very active group within our school. Majority of our student council students are in 6th grade, and they helped. You're looking at, do you do it too?
Yeah.
Okay, and so we have some 5th graders that are involved. She gave me big eyes, like, don't forget me. So Emerson helped me. Emerson helped me some of the things that you guys did this year. A big thing that we did, 2 big things that we did with student council this year is raise funds for American Red Cross for disaster relief. We did in the fall, and then we just did our first dance marathon. Emerson, do you want to talk a little bit about our dance marathon?
Yeah. We had a theme of Hawaiian, and so we had face paint and tattoos, and then there was a movie in the library, and then the dance in the gym.
Emerson, are you getting ready to be a board director too, like Daddy? Huh? No? He's shaking his head. He goes, no, don't do that. One member of the family is enough. Okay, that's really great. Diana, we talked about the prospects of this group. Now, how many 6th graders are there?
5th graders in this group?
Yeah, in this group.
So here, we're down a few. So this would be,
Raise your hand if you are 6th grader.
yeah, these are all
don't have any
5th today.
6th graders.
All
Oh,
5th.
good.
A lot of our,
So
We
those
don't
are-
have any 6th graders.
yeah, our 6th graders have kind of moved into other things, which is fine, but we have a 3rd and 4th grade program. They're sitting at about 30, so that's really hot.
But that's very
Yeah.
good, so they have one more year
Yeah.
to come up with some good ideas. I worry sometimes when a group like this, they are all 6th graders, couple months they are leaving,
Right,
and they leave a vacuum behind them, you know?
yeah.
But that's very good idea, to recruit for this group younger generation. They have more time to spend at school. Do you still have the same motto and the same symbol of your school?
Oh, our mascot is still a
Yeah,
leopard.
mascot.
We re-looked at our motto last year, I believe, and so our motto is today's learners, tomorrow's leaders, forever leopards. And so that's something that we talk a lot about leadership at school, and we have leadership awards that we give out when students are going above and beyond and showing those characteristics at our school. And I believe a lot of these fifth graders in the room have their yellow certificate up in the hallway now or have at other parts in the year. And so they're just a wonderful group of kids that we think we are breeding to be leaders.
Does any one of you know who designed this beautiful leopard statue in front of your school? Who the artist that made it? Ezra?
That's been there ever since kindergarten. I don't know who made it.
You don't know who made it.
I would say someone who's good at doing sculpting, because that's a good sculpture.
Maybe an ice sculpture person. They just like made it out of ice and then covered in like tar or something and just like, it's magnificent. I shall keep it down as a showing of my good work.
Oh, I love
I
you.
always thought it just showed
You're a
up
very
on the
animating guy. I like that.
Who was that?
Actually, the designer of this is a very good friend of mine. He's Mr. John Coyne, C-O-Y-N, and he was probably the most experienced metal sculptor in Iowa City. He did a lot of huge, monumental,
Sure.
and he came up with this beautiful leopard that's still there.
Yeah.
And he's now in Alaska.
Oh.
He lives in Alaska, and he does a lot of things. Actually, he designed the airport.
Oh, wow. Well, the leopard, during seasons, gets new attire. So right now, I believe she's wearing a bow for St. Patrick's Day around her neck. Sometimes she wears a scarf. She had winter lights around her during the snowfall. So it's been fun this year to kind of decorate her and dress her up. For her birthday, she'll wear, well, on Lemmy's birthday, put a hat on it. So it's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
he was wondering, as a matter of fact, because we are friends who we communicate through Facebook and all this social media.
Well, I'll send a
Bring
picture
his-
with the bow tie.
So,
on it.
yeah, if you have a picture so that we can send it to him and say, have
She's
fun
in
in
good hands.
Alaska. Yeah, they still remember you here.
Yeah.
Great. Is there anything any one of you would like to talk? I mean, we have the audience now, the viewers are looking at you, and it's your chance. I know
Hani,
that
I wonder if we
already-
could have one of them talk about the process of coming up with Stranger Things. It's like
Oh, go
this.
ahead.
So how about, maybe, Nora, do you want to talk a little bit about that, and we'll have people chime in?
So we thought of it because it was a show that a lot of us really liked, and what we did is we listened to a remix of it, and we took parts out, and then we tried to recreate it the best we could to our ability with the instruments we had.
Our floor director is Mr. Michael Peterson, and I think he's complaining that our sound is not very good. So when you speak, try to be louder as much as you can. Okay? Because we don't want to sound like the people on the Board of Education. You can hardly hear.
So, Nora, how long did it take you guys to put together that piece?
It took like roughly a month because we only meet like once a week, and maybe a little bit longer, but we just work on adding a little bit each week when we did it.
Susie, do you want to add something?
Part of it was it was an option, I think, to do on the piano, so we kind of went on from there, like adding notes. It was a big team effort.
Jacob?
I think we came up with it like 2 weeks ago. I think it only took like 2 weeks since we meet once a week. It took us 2 times, 2 meetings, because, and that's roughly a month.
Yeah, like
Nora.
maybe 3 or 4 times it took.
No, it's like 2 times.
It took a couple times. A couple times.
Here's
Here's
the
we got
Molly.
it. Then we got it.
I remember one day we were playing it on the piano, and I just started to play it on the xylophone. And
So it really was like you guys hearing it and you figured it out, and you figured I just coached you through the arrangement of it,
I
right?
have one here. You can.
Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
I liked it how, because like every day that we would do it, we would come up with like a new thing to add to it. Like we had like the beat would drop and then we would like come out with like.
And the teacher is okay with that? She doesn't say, no, I don't want it? Tell me how flexible she is.
So, I'm right over here, Lily.
Well, she just let us pick a song, and we just all grouped together and just made what we wanted to hear, and we just made what
Super.
It was really us doing Stranger Things. She just kind of guided us through. We kind of made the whole idea up, and we did most of this, and so, yeah.
I'm so happy that you're giving yourself good credit for that. Yeah, I would like to hear some people who didn't talk. How about you?
Yeah, I think probably my favorite part about the whole project was just everyone getting to work together and everyone putting some input into it, so it really felt like I and probably everyone else was very accomplished at the end.
Super, you're talking about the team spirit, right? Teamwork and how people collaborate and really wonderful. You select this time.
Go ahead.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
It was very cool to see how just like a drawing of a masterpiece or of a building, how when you see it's like a song in a lot of ways, because you add on a good part and then you mix it with another good part and you don't like that part of the song and erase it away. And then in the end, when you repeat that process, you come out with this beautiful drawing or beautiful building that one time is either played or built, and it's magnificent. And I have seen that through the creation of our Stranger Things song.
Okay, can you give us another sampling of your superb creation? Let's have half a minute of music.
Okay, what should we play in our last
Stranger Things.
I'm not sure we can do it without the piano. Do you want to take a risk?
Yeah,
Just go
let's
for
try.
it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we see our flow director.
Sounds good. 3 minutes.
Yeah. Go ahead, that would be a good conclusion of our.
Sounds good.
I'm
We'll set up.
sure the viewers would say, okay, people, enough. Just listen to them play.
Sounds good. So reset your bar. We haven't done this for a couple of weeks. This might be.
It's okay.
Okay. I'll just copy one here. Remember it's like C, E, G, B, C, so pull up D, F, A.
Now we are
This is just gonna be a little
discovering the
sprinkling here.
Because you do the
I do.
I'll come in the same place.
Okay, the drum is coming my way. Honey, we just went on vacation and now we have to bring it back? What's happening? Okay, so.
I am responding to the viewers.
I get it, okay.
Yes, yeah, I get
Hope
this
there's no, like,
kind
royalties
of
requests.
telepathy.
Okay. So, oh yeah, that's right, heartbeat. Remember, that's Molly's place. Little sample.
You need one.
We're musicians.
Yeah. I think you are so proud of you. Yes.
I've seen it grow through time.
I know that we have we have about 30 seconds to say thank you very much. Really, it was wonderful having you. I always enjoy Lemmy's visit. It was the first school where I taught art, was Lemme Elementary. And it has a very special place in my heart. I remember very vividly Mrs. Knudsen when she was teaching, and I came to help her teaching at the time. And it was very, Pam Ely was the principal at the time. So this school is very important for me, for my nostalgia and my memories. And to our viewers, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed our show. It was a very special show. And I would consider this show a present to Mr. John Carhoff, who established this show, as I said, 27 years ago. It's a present from Lemme to him, especially he just retired, and he can always be grateful to you for doing it.
Well, thanks for having us.
Absolutely,
Thank
and
you.
this show will be on YouTube tonight, and it's already on, you have been seen on YouTube already because it's a live stream. But you can always click there and watch it. We'll be on channel 18, that's Public Access TV. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Sujat, who is our director, helping with Michael Peterson and John Carhoff, and Mr. Geraldo Sandoval, our director here at Public Access TV, and to Diana, and Eliza, Paul, and Brett, and all the stars that we have seen tonight. And from Iowa City, the great Iowa City, in the springtime, have a very good night.